All right, all right. What is going on, everybody? Are you ready for some basketball? We got the Washington Wizards and the Detroit Pistons going head to head. What's going on, Fishing Essential? What's going on, James Willis? How you fellas going?
Forward.
Well, that's one thing, Johnny. Is one reason why we played him at the point in summer leagues. For unfortunately days like this, when you're down 3-point guards, he has the innate ability to understand what everybody has to do at every position. He's a smart young man. He's tenacious. He's very adaptable and he's a good ball handler. So he does a good job of making sure he gets everybody in the right place. He understands where everybody should be, and that kind of cuts him out to be that so-called fourth point guard. But I think in the future his role on the team will be a point guard in our league. So he'll continue to work on other aspects of the point guard position.
He played really well in the pick and roll in that game, and which brings me to Andre Drummond, he's nearly averaging a 20-20, which is remarkable. But what are you seeing from him, just from his psyche about coming into this season, and in light of not having Blake every night, or maybe D Rose right now, or Reggie, to where he's taking that leadership role on?
Well, he's doing a good job, and the funny thing about it, we don't call probably one play for him. He's doing it off of offensive rebounding, rolling to the basket, tip ins, some random post-ups where he backs the guy down, but not very many play calls, if any. So he's doing a lot out of gut and grit and making sure he does his job on the boards every night, running the floor. Defensively, he's one of the top shot blockers in our league. So he's playing an all-around solid basketball game right now. We just got to make sure he holds up and continues to do that once everybody gets back and gets home.
All right. Best of luck to you tonight, Coach.
Thank you so much, Johnny.
All right, Mickey York.
All right, that was Coach Casey. What's going on, 2K Plays? What's going on, Aswin? Aswin said, it is 5:24 in the morning, and even though I just woke up, I'm wide awake. Where you from, Aswin? Because it is 6:56 p.m. here in Metro Detroit. Man, I want to just say real quick that Aswin says, well, I'm from India. Oh, that's what's up, Aswin. What's going on, Debate TV? I got the game audio only. I cannot show anything video-wise outside of that. Be careful, Debate. YouTube will crack down. What's going on, the general review? What's going on, Chris? I do want to let you guys all know, though, that you guys were all truly amazing on Saturday. Had as high as 115 in the building. You guys are amazing. 2K Play says 500 subs on the way. I appreciate that. I am 15 away. Aswin says, I am familiar with U.S. time. Basically, all the shows and games happen at night. It's always early morning here. $2K Play says Christian Wood would have a good game today. I hope so. One Pride 40, what's going on, brother? He says, I'm ready for the holiday season. Absolutely. Hopefully all I want for Christmas is Pistons winning. So we got the usual people out for today. Tim Frazier is technically listed as game time decision. But Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose, and Reggie Jackson are all out. And for the Washington Wizards, Mahimini, McRae, and John Wall are all out. One Pride 40 says Lions play on Christmas Eve. Yes, they do. I currently actually have no faith in our team anymore. Our next loss, you can almost basically cash it in for a lost season. It's sad. What's going on, Data Boy? How's it going, brother? Fishing Essential says, I was nervous because of John Wall, but now we're going to win. Hey, we still got to face Bradley Beal. One Pride 40. Good thing I wasn't drinking nothing, because I would have probably spit that out. James Will says Andre should have a good game. Absolutely, I hope so.
Let me put this into perspective for our fans. He's the first with 20 games in 4 of the first 7 games of a season since one of the greats ever to play this game, a gentleman named Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Whoa. Listen, Kareem did that 44 years ago next month. So it really speaks to how special Andre has been in putting up prolific numbers on a nightly basis. And right now, the Pistons are needing all of this when you consider how injury-plagued they've been in the early going.
He played big in the big win over Brooklyn on Saturday night. Another headliner in that head-turning, playing without all your players win over the Nets was a gentleman named Bruce Brown. He played great defense against Kyrie Irving, racked up 22 points and 7 assists, and he was flawless with the basketball. He did not have a turnover.
We got Chris Cash. He says, I'll show you what I paid for Lions season tickets, and you will think your booty was called.
He became more and more comfortable as a playmaker, getting his teammates in the right positions to be successful. He looked to really embrace the
What's going on, Dim Sum? Says, what's up, everyone? Shout out to Trev. Shout out to Dim Sum.
At the basket. So Bruce was sensational, and guess what? He's going to be pressed into action again tonight because the Pistons are still down those three-point guards.
Yep.
He's got to get it done again.
Big challenge for the Pistons, too, in a Wizards uniform. His name is Bradley Beal, a super scorer.
Bradley has been very consistent, has played almost 170 straight games for the Wizards, so he shows up. He's healthy, and he's doing a lot
As
of
it
things.
says, Giannis was named one of the, or was named best one yet in Eastern. Andre was honorary among few.
He's the type of guy that can carry a
2K
team.
Play says, I'm missing Guns N' Roses.
Difficult for him and not let him
Fishing Essential says, still got Green Day.
This will be a really good game against both teams looking to get healthy in the near future.
Certainly should be. We told you about Andre piling up all those numbers. We'll have a little bit more on what the big fella has.
I will say this. I did see Jordan Bone warming up with the team. So hopefully we could see some of Jordan Bone. One Pride 40. Hey, be careful on that site. Chris says all I want to see is one good elbow. Actually, here's a little interesting fact, though. Andre Drummond, when we traded for Reggie Jackson, used to purposely elbow Reggie Jackson in his jaw when he used to go up for the rebound. And Andre would tell him, you better back off. This is how I get paid. James Will says, sweet. Fishing Essential says, haha, respect though. Absolutely. One Pride 40 says, the people's elbow? Absolutely. James Will says, Andre definitely working towards a career year. Oh, absolutely. You know, and shout out to, what's going on, Noshi? And shout out to, who is that? It was let me find who tweeted this. It was actually very interesting, and I was just like, "Oh, that is crazy." I think it was Sham God who posted something, and I was just like, "Oh, wow." Oh, you know where I could check? I could check my, yep, okay. Okay, so Sham God on Twitter posted this. He said, who is better? Player A, who averaged 29.7 points per game, 13.6 rebounds per game, 3.8 assists per game, a half a steal per game, 3 blocks per game, 57.4 field goal percentage, 21.1 field goal attempts per game, 57.8% true shooting, and 31.2% usage. Now, player B had 22.1 points per game, 18.7 rebounds per game, 2.4 assists per game, 1.7 steals per game, 2.6 blocks per game, 61 field goal percentage, 15.1 field goal attempts per game, 62.8% true shooting, and 26.1% usage. The answer is player A is 1999-2000 MVP Shaquille O'Neal. Player B is 2019-2020 Andre Drummond. That's some impressive stats. Andre Drummond is the first player since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to have 4 in his first 7 games this season for 2020s. That's impressive. Dimsum says all the people's elbow. Chris says defense equals well-placed elbow. Absolutely. Fishing Essential says you should give me a I don't know, maybe a wrench. Ha ha ha. LO. Hey, you know what, Fishing Essential? You've been rocking with me for a while, man. I appreciate you. Go ahead and say something, Fishing Essential. Aswin says, wow. The Gridiron Blitz, what's going on, brother? Another member of the Sports Movement Network. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the Gridiron Blitz. Gridiron Blitz says, I didn't even get a notification. Oh, no. That's not cool. YouTube has been tripping today. Arthur, what is going up? He says, what's up, my brother? He's another basketball guy. If you guys like the LA Lakers, go ahead and subscribe to Arthur. And tell him Troxel Sports Talk sent you.
For unfortunately days like this, when you're down 3-point guards, he has the innate ability to understand what everybody has to do at every position. He's a smart young man. He's tenacious. He's very adaptable, and he's a good ball handler. So he does a good job of making sure he gets everybody in the right place. He understands where everybody should be, and that kind of cuts him out to be that so-called fourth point guard.
No, she says, like to see Bone today? Absolutely. I did see him warm up, so hopefully we get to see him today. Fishing Essential says, Andre should when he retires, be inducted into the Hall of Fame? Absolutely. What he's been doing is actually quite phenomenal. What's going on, Joseph Marshall? He says, hey. One Pride 40 says, anybody get in that Popeye's chicken sandwich? Grid, you waiting in line? What's going on, Damien? He says, elbows are the key to victories. Joseph Marshall. Joseph Marshall says, people waiting
for the Pistons.
I didn't read that.
In Washington.
Joseph Marshall says,
Bruce
people
Brown,
waiting
Luke
for that
Kennard
Popeye's chicken sandwich like it's a
Tony
Call of
Snell
Duty
and
midnight
the
release.
ex-Washington Wizard,
Dim Sun
Marquise
says,
Morris with Andre
quick
up
Lions
front.
question. Would you guys be mad if Matt Stafford is traded in the offseason? At this point, no, I would not. As long as it's to a winning, contending team, I would not be mad. He deserves to win.
Along with Bradley Beal.
Arthur says, hit the thumbs up, guys. Absolutely. Would definitely appreciate that. And if you guys can subscribe if you're new, or what do you call it, share this out, it would be greatly appreciated as well.
Third-year man now out of Indiana is 6'10",
Aslan says,
248.
Lakers? No thanks, man. Too many LeBron fans already exist. He is awesome, though.
For the first game, really, this regular season, the Pistons did a fantastic job with only 8 turnovers, none in the second half against Brooklyn. It proved the way to victory. So
Fishing Essential says I was the second leg.
On the paint, think
Chris
about
says some gal on YouTube had
had
that sandwich recipe posted.
So I think
What's going on, Monstar? Hey, definitely subscribe to Monstar if you haven't. He had a great stream today doing some Madden.
Southeast Michigan Ford dealers present Gregory's game plan. Our starters brought to you by Henry
Arthur says, I've been a Lakers fan since 2003.
Tony Brown, Mark Lindsay,
One Pride 40 says, would you be mad if they traded Jared Davis? I have given up on him. I would not be mad at whoever they trade. I'm not mad. Yeah, at this point, I want to win.
As he usually does. And the Pistons in their road blues go to work here against the Wizards in Washington. Luke Kennard finds Tony Snell for a long
Oh, Tony Snell, let's go. That's how you start the game off, with the nice three.
Nice to see Tony Snell get in the scoring book early. You and I both agree, George, that he probably can score more if he looked to shoot it more.
Very unselfish, maybe to a fault. Bonga on a drive, ball batted away and out of bounds by Marquise Moore of his former team. Said a quick hello to John Wall.
Speaking of quick.
Yes, sir. And wealthy. Isaiah Thomas barely got the ball inbounded in time. Fall away won't fall for Bryant. Out of bounds to the Pistons, who lead 3-zip early.
Okay, I do not know why the court's not showing up.
Okay, there we go. Mega minutes on Saturday night. Here he comes against Thomas.
This looks like the same play they run just a minute ago.
Luke Kennard rack through the foul. Teammates
There we go,
help him
Luke.
up.
Let's get to the free
He's
throw
just
line.
fine, thank you. Never hurts as much when you're walking to the free throw line.
Oh, absolutely, did. Somebody says, I think before they trade Davis, they should try switching him to the outside linebacker position. Dude has a mean pass rush. Oh, absolutely.
For a limited time, buy one ticket, get one free to select Piston home games. To take advantage, visit Pistons.
What's going on, Dose of Dion 2.0? How's it going, my brother? If you guys haven't subscribed to Dose of Dion, definitely hit that subscribe button over there.
Bradley Beal off to Thomas Bryant. Thomas behind the foul line. Hachimura with the jumper. It's down and he's fouled.
All right, Roy Hachimura.
Rui Hachimura, the first drafted in round 1 from Japan ever. But a contingent from Japan covering his rookie season here in the NBA.
Looked very comfortable on that pull-up jump shot.
Oh, wow. Gridiron says Popeye is still crowded.
At 6'8", 230 pounds, has length. Good
NBA
young,
body already after just 1 year at Gonzaga.
Yeah, good young prospect.
Oh, nice pass.
4-3 after the three-point play. Luke Kennard from the paint. Shot won't drop.
Almost had that.
Rebound to Bryant.
Sorry, that was a good shot, though.
Beal, stop pass, go, lays it up, lays it in. And the Wizards have a 5-4 lead.
Got to be very careful with Beal. There was a time when he was really a jump shooting guy, but now he mixes it up really well. Gets to that basket and gets to the free throw line. As
they brought back their chicken sandwich, Dose of Dion.
Long rebound.
The one that had everybody fighting over.
Who averages a double-double. Hachimura buries it from behind the long line. 8-4 Wizards. They've scored 8 in a row. Tony Snell with a shot fake, a drive.
Oh, that's a nice wide open.
Triple try.
Come on, Dre.
To Thomas.
He was wide open, too.
Thomas down the lane, hanging gun short.
Oh, there we go.
Dre.
Good to see Isaiah Thomas starting for the Washington Wizards.
Dribble handoff to Luke Kennard.
Oh, Tony Snell open.
Snell, same spot as earlier. This one is off the heel, though. Hachimura with the rebound. Has it in the lane.
Oh, yeah.
And we get a whistle. And that's going to be an offensive foul.
There we go.
On the rookie from Gonzaga.
Take a look at Bradley Beal off the dribble, and there's Hachimura right there. We talked about his length and how comfortable he looks.
I am not going to read that comment, Gridiron, but that is hilarious.
Snell again, got it again.
He already looks hungrier.
I see we got a great crowd in tonight.
We've seen him at any time this year.
Looked very comfortable shooting in the clutch on Saturday against Brooklyn, that's for sure. Wizards
come on.
Over. Pistons have good numbers here. Marquise.
Come on, why are you trying to power it? Marquise.
And Tony Brown.
When you have it like that,
for an
stop
foul.
at the free throw line, give a nice little bounce pass to somebody that's going to be cutting in. You had 2 guys there.
Tony Snell's going to get a third triple, and all of them have been from that very spot. So he's comfortable right there.
Forgy says Snell needs to be more aggressive.
Marquise,
you know what? Absolutely.
Come out.
You know, instead of taking the wide open 3, you know, if you haven't made the last couple of them,
2 fouls for the Wizards.
Dribble a couple times, get an easier 2-point, jumper or something, or maybe you can get to the free throw line.
Cross-court dish.
Oh, Beal was wide open. Oh, he missed it.
Missed it. Hachimura with a rebound.
Come on. Come on, get that. There we go. All right, nice job, Christian Wood.
Marquise with the rebound. Snell dishes to Dre. Hooks it.
Come on.
Still 8-7 Washington.
Amy Amor, what's going on? Another member of the Sports Movement Network. If you haven't subscribed to Amy Amor, go ahead and hit that subscription button.
For the Wizards.
Andre's pass gets away from Luke Kennard and out of bounds. So the Pistons, who've had trouble with turnovers, commit their second in the first 4 minutes of this one. Thomas against Bruce Brown. Bryant back to
Savvy1 says, hey, what's up? What's going on, Savvy1?
George, I think the hip injury that Isaiah Thomas sustained 2.5 years ago have taken some of his greatness away, but he still has enough to get it done. In that starting lineup tonight, it's got to be dealt with tonight.
Ooh. We got 19 in the building. I appreciate all 19 of you guys. Run Pride 40 says, unpopular opinion, Chick-fil-A is trash. I actually like Chick-fil-A. Well, I like Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwich. Because I know they did one to rival Popeye's chicken. And that boy is juicy. Doza Dion says Taco Bell is greater than Chick-fil-A. Hey, ain't nothing can compare to what do you call it? Some White Castles. Get the crave case of 30, boys. Yeah, buddy. What's going on? Josh Trojanowski says Trojanowski is in the building. What's going on? Fishing Essential says, I've never had White Castle. You are missing out, brother. You are definitely missing out. Gotta get yourself the crave case, though. It's the 30 boy. Oh, yeah.
George mentioned it earlier. Hachimura, just the first Japanese-born player to be selected in the first round of the NBA draft. 21 years old, Gonzaga product has tremendous upside, that we know. Already ranks among the best rookies in the NBA through the first couple of weeks of the season. Second leading scorer for the Wizards at 15 points per game, and already with 6 points, 3 rebounds here in the opening quarter, George.
Thanks, Johnny. Christian Wood with a rock for the Pistons.
Oh, Christian Wood for 3, and he makes it. Let's go.
And confidence.
You got that right, confidence. Andre being doubled somewhat in the post. You're almost daring Christian Wood to take that shot. He'll gladly take it and make it.
Yep, we're tied at 10 on the triple by Christian Wood. Beal tried to bounce it inside for Bryant. Pistons knock it back at him.
Oh, that was a good shot.
Corner fires and fills it. A deuce for Thomas Bryant. It's 12-10 Washington.
Use that screen, Luke.
Luke Kennard up top. Dre with a screen. Luke fires. He
Oh, yeah. There we go.
I like the way Luke took his time and let things develop.
All right, come on. We need a defensive stop.
Switch out of Washington, and then a final screen from Andre and a much easier shot off.
Hachimura with that jumper. Can't let him get going.
Like
he has 8.
I like him already, George.
Yeah.
In person.
Luke Kennard turns the corner.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
Dynamite.
Throw it down, Christian Wood.
Young fella.
Made some noise with that rim. We're tied at 14. Bradley Beal.
All right, Drummond, that's all right. Hey, ain't nothing you can do. You had that hand on that ball, though.
Conversion, he looked like Giannis Antetokounmpo. Putting the thing in his left hand.
Interesting comparison. This is with good ball movement.
Oh, nice. Oh, don't even call that.
Started to attack the basket.
3 seconds.
And a 3-second call will take it away from the Pistons.
I was gonna say, man, he was wide open for the rim. He had a nice pump fake.
I like this.
And went hard to the rim, but there was a 3-second violation.
Christian Wood.
And the Pistons turn it over.
Yeah, Christian Wood 2 for 2. Rui Hachimura 4 for 5.
I tell you what, Christian Wood must have got a memo that says you got to step it up because he's playing with some nastiness in him today.
Off the bench comes Davis Bertans. Missed the 3. He won't miss many.
What's going on, Jay White? How's it going, brother?
14. Gray with a drive. Cannot finish. Out of bounds to Washington.
Detroit substitution.
We got to slow it down. Svi is in the building.
Svi Mikhailuk off the Piston bench for Tony Snell. You undoubtedly have heard.
And every time I see him, I always got to say, thank you, Lakers, for making that trade.
And no Derrick Rose tonight. So like Saturday, the first 3 point guards are out for the Pistons. Bertans the ex-Spur. Cross courts to Thomas. Shot won't fall. Rebound Dre.
Jay White says, been working hard on my real estate. That's why I haven't been in the
Luke
chat.
Kennard with a long deuce.
What's going on, Francis? Says,
And
man, D-Rose is out.
42 to play in the first.
Yeah, D-Rose is out for his second game.
Screens by Andre. He buries it sometimes.
I think him and Blake Griffin's going to come back at the same time, probably.
Yeah, they did. Bryant from the baseline. Very comfortable from there.
Eastside Will says, Dre playing point tonight.
That was the 42nd pick in the draft. I think he was a steal.
It seems to be about his range. 15
What's
feet
going
away.
on, Bobby Bowling? Says, nice.
Inside for Christian Wood.
Welcome to the
Shot
chat.
hit the deck, did not get a call.
Next year, George, perhaps, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Got to pay some dues first.
Missing from the corner.
Oh, nice shot.
Wood.
All right, come on, guys. Speed, gotta move. Speed, gotta move.
Gray takes the pass inside and draws the foul. Troy Brown's in the ball game for the Wizards.
Wizards foul charge.
And Ish Smith's going to check in now for Thomas.
Look at Bruce Brown recover to get that block.
I hate when players just stand there.
And then we talked about Luke Kennard.
Get open.
Able to read Andre Drummond. Got just
Make it cut.
enough of a brush
Do
off right there to
something.
eliminate the defense, and Luke very comfortable with the shot.
Set an off-ball screen. Make yourself useful to where, even if you don't get the ball, you get, one of your teammates open.
Former standout.
Drew Whitty, what's going on, my brother? Says, all right. What I miss? What's popping, y'all? You missed a nice little start.
Always a favorite of the fans in Detroit, a favorite of the coaches, and certainly of the broadcasters.
Christian Wood's been playing lights out.
Ball game.
All right, there we go, Langston Galloway.
Galloway who just went back door and scored. Pistons 19, Wizards 18, Ish in the lane. Brown misfires.
Ooh,
Bradley
come on,
Beal boards
we got to
it
get
up.
that rebound.
Shot clock at 8 now. Beal gets to the lane, sends it, scores it.
Come on, man, we got to play some better defense. Can't let these guys get hot.
Action, and Bradley Beal got more shots, more ball handling opportunities. He can play one-on-one.
Oh, there we go, Speed. There we go, Speed.
Speed, Mikhailuk
Speed for 3.
easily knocked that down from downtown. Beal with a drive. Tough ball.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Bruce Brown with the block.
Here come the Pistons with a 2-point lead. Christian Wood to the rim. Drew the foul.
I'm telling you what, I think somebody says something to Christian Wood because he's playing focus.
It's on Bertan.
Bobby Bolin says Galloway doing good this year so far, I think. Yeah, he's been actually playing pretty solid. One Pride 40 says Arby's or Wendy's. Definitely can't mess with Wendy's, man. That 4 for 4 is amazing. Dose of Dion says Jordan Poole is my guy. Eastside Wood says Wood took Maker minutes. Hey, thank you. It's about time. Josh says Arby's. 4G says Fee. Dose of Dion says Arby's cheddar and beef. Wendy's is fire. Josh says I like Svi a lot. Oh, absolutely. Noshi says Roy is looking nice. Oh yeah. That's going to be a nice little trio. With John Wall, Bradley Beal, Roy, and then you got a defensive anchor in Thomas Bryant. I think you should try to say Mahailu. I know that's wrong. What's going on, Augustine? Says, does anyone know how to watch this game without paying? Maybe if you have a Fire Stick or if you have an Amazon Prime account, you could do VIPleague.com. Drew Whitty says, I want to say what's up to my bae, O'Brien Daniels. I got her watching. That's what's up.
From Svi Mikhailuk on the backdoor cut that you spoke about, George. Here it comes, and Langston's going to get an easy bucket almost freshly into the game. That's our Chevrolet's most dependable play right there.
Pistons with 10 off the bench.
Forgy says, I wonder if Sekou going to play for Grand Rapids tonight or tomorrow.
Like that. Wizards just 1 of 6.
I don't know, but I hope we can see him on the Pistons.
Great statisticians in the land.
Everybody else plays a first-round pick, but not Detroit.
Marty's like a legend.
He sure is.
Just as Troxel, thank you for doing the Pistons, bro. Oh, I appreciate that. I like, if I'm going to watch it, I might as well stream it, and enjoy it with all of you guys.
Pistons 23, Wizards 20. CJ Miles available tonight and on the court.
Pistons are playing against Ish Smith.
Wagner inside. A big man from Germany able to score.
Showed some ball handling ability there, too. A little nifty behind the back to get closer to the hoop. Finished over the top of Andre.
Steve working against Ish outside. Foul away from the ball.
Joseph Deanne, I am a Michigan fan. I like Michigan football and basketball.
Fourth on the team.
Another foul on Bertans, and the deep shooter who averages 14.
One Pride 40 says it's hot going through growing pains. He could be.
Christian Wood. Luke Kennard saves almost going over and back. Shot clock at 5.
Ooh.
Luke to the lane. Wheels. Misses. Rebound Wizards.
Luke, you could have had a better shot.
Bonga on the run. Ish Smith misses to Christian Wood. Inside the Wood. Wood trying to make it happen. Call for a travel.
When you're backing down,
come on, guys.
The first thing the official looks at and keeps his eye on is your feet. Do you move your feet? Do you get that extra step trying to get an advantage that time a little too much from young Christian Wood.
Jay White says, Troxel, you from Michigan? Absolutely, born and raised.
And the Pistons.
I did live out in Arizona for a little bit, but couldn't stay away from Michigan.
It's on Christian Wood.
Jordan says Fever and the point guard. I'm surprised. Absolutely.
Shot by C.J. Miles, and he buries it. C.J.'s in year 15.
Van Maker in for Drummond.
High school in Dallas. Drafted before the You Must Go
James
to
Will
College
says, is Jordan Bone on the bench tonight? I did see him today warming up, so I don't know if he's still suited or is he, what do you call it, in his gear tonight.
Down on the deck.
A lot of whistles, George, in this game.
Before the shot.
Lots of whistles.
A whistle. And Wood commits his second.
Joseph Diaz says we're going to shock the Big Ten again. He also says on the playground is where I spend most of my days.
On the drive.
One Pride 40 says, does anybody have their Christmas tree up? I do not set up my Christmas tree until the day after Thanksgiving.
Download the app on your mobile device. Take Fox Sports Detroit and the Pistons with you everywhere. Fox Sports Go and live streaming presented
Drew Woody says,
by
how is Bruce Brown doing? Or how is Bruce Brown looking so far?
Troy Brown Jr.
He's holding his own.
Out of
He had a block on Bradley Beal.
Had 10 starts last year. Played much of the year in the G League where he put up some numbers. The first round pick just outside the lottery. Made them both. Washington's up 25-23. Just over a minute to play in the first quarter in D.C. Luke Kennard trying to come and get the basketball. Fouled by Miles.
Joseph Diaz says, daughter feeling better? Yes, she is. She is finally feeling better, and I appreciate everybody
are in the penalties.
For wishing
Luke
her well.
Kennard's at the line. Luke and Tony Snell, each with 6 Pistons.
One Pride 40 says, Troxel, you should make a random
Make
talk
it
show.
7 for Luke as he gets the
Actually,
first.
I am trying to bring back Pistons Center Court.
6:30 to get the inside scoop from Mickey and Tim on Pistons Live Wednesday night. The Pistons and the Knicks pregame at 6:30. The tips at 7 on Fox Sports Detroit. Luke Kennard gets them both. Ish Smith from the corner. In rhythm, fires, fills it out.
Oh, man. Ish Smith.
Wizards 27, Pistons 25. Final minute now of the first. Van Maker hands to Luke Kennard. He sends it, can't
There we
score,
go.
but he's on the floor. Teammates helping him up. They'll help him to the free throw line.
You know, George, a lot of times...
Gets 3 shots at the free throw line. Let's go, Luke. Let's go, Luke.
It can do one or two.
What's going on, John Jones? Welcome to the building. Says Kennard is balling. Absolutely.
You don't expect to do well, or it can galvanize you, and you can go out and.
Dim Sum says Jim Harbaugh as head coach of the Detroit Lions? Question mark.
Guys run to help the team.
You know what? At this point,
so far, the
I don't care who's the head coach.
They have come together.
Just get it done and win games and playoff games and
free
Super
throws
Bowls.
for Luke on the Troy.
If we ain't talking Super Bowl, I don't want you.
49.4 to play here in the first. He got them all.
All right.
Luke has 11. Pistons lead by 1. Miles with a quick shot.
James Willis says nothing in Arizona but sand and snakes. Well, I was single back when I was in Arizona, so there were some pretty ladies out that way.
Don called for another foul here.
Bobby Bowling says, you know Ish Smith ain't no punk. Oh, absolutely.
You got two on Thonmaker, and you got two.
You know, especially since we didn't re-sign him and he's now playing against us, I have him as like a guy that's going to be playing with a big chip on his shoulder.
Out there, he'll have to be very careful.
Well, Wagner at the line from the floor. He shot 64%.
Mo Wagner, what's going on?
Michigan get to
That's
the
what I'm talking
final
about.
game 2 seasons
That was
ago.
the guy I wanted for the Pistons.
Makes them both. Wizards by 1.
He's probably one of my favorite Wolverine.
Maker with a screen for Luke from the paint.
Ooh, nice job, cool hand, Luke. Let's go.
He does a good job of disposing of the defender, running them off those screens, Drew. He's getting
James
better
Will says,
and better
I'm
at
surprised
that
Pistons
open
let
arc.
Oh, I already read
Big
that.
first half, first quarter
We
point.
have 13 points. Final 10 seconds of the first.
Christian
Bonga.
Session says, dang this post game.
Off the
Absolutely.
rim.
What's going on, Jay Haskins? Or Hoskins?
A 10 by Brown appeared to be
Made it at the buzzer. Jay says, man, I swear I hate Dish Network. Missing another good game here. Not a whole lot. We're just watching the Pistons. They are down 1 after 1. 30-31. Bruce Brown does have a block shot on Bradley Beal. James Willis says, I can relate. I have Dish 2, not for long. One Pride 40 says, get a guy from MSU and I will start watching. You know, the last guy we had was Mateen Cleaves. Asman says, I wish we had Thanksgiving and Halloween. I envy you guys. Well, you can always make a Thanksgiving, man. Just have everybody over and eat some good food that day. Bobby Bolin says, is Smith about to get his revenge? Jay Hoskins says, yeah, we should draft or sign more Spartans. Bobby, he was not traded. He was we just didn't re-sign him. He was a free agent. We just let him walk for free. James Willis says Pistons signed McQuaid this past spring. Not sure what happened to him. I think he's on the Grand Rapids team, if I'm not too mistaken.
Hashimura gets lost on an Andre screen. Here, again, he gets to isolate on Wagner right there. And
now, I will say this, and shout out to Jay for saying this. He said maybe we'll get Cassius Winston. I actually like him. I'm not a whole lot of, I mean, I like Tom Izzo,
Back to the action
but I don't
here.
like a whole lot of Michigan State people.
Our nation's capital.
But I will
The
say this,
exhibition
Cassius Winston
is
can
Smith
ball.
inside but can't score it. Wagner fighting for the rebound.
If the Pistons draft him, I am not mad at all.
Mark Lindsay and Tony Brown will make that decision.
Blocking out becomes so important when you're
Josh Frozowski
one of the
says,
guards out
Troxel,
there.
why do
You're
people
being
hate on Drummond so
expected or
much?
asked to rebound the
Because
basketball. It has to
outside
start
of this
out with a
year,
blockout for
you know,
sure.
there would be times where, you know, he would have
Marquise
laziness, you know, on defense. If he wasn't
Luke
getting
Kennard
fed the ball a lot, you know, he'd be lazy. He wouldn't get back on defense, play good defense and things like that.
Wagner, Brown.
You know, then he was bad from the free throw line. Then, you know, he didn't have really low post moves, so he was real limited. But I tell you what, this year he's gonna make people respect him. I call Andre Drummond the Matthew Stafford of the Pistons. A lot of people hate him, but you know what? If he was gone, people would miss him.
Wagner to the basket. Nice pump fake, but he just knows how to score inside.
Well, he has that confidence, and again, that ability to put it on the floor. We saw this when he was at Michigan. He could put it on the floor and beat people his size to the hoop.
Biggest lead of the ball game for the Wizards. They're up 5.
I didn't say I didn't like you Spartan fans, because you guys know how to party.
Wagner with a rebound.
No, I'm just saying, Jay, that, you know, I'm a Michigan fan, so, like, there's always going to be that rivalry. But, no, Spartan fans, man, hey, I got nothing, no problem with y'all. Y'all know how to party.
Now the Wizards are up 8. The Pistons need to be careful. Andre's got to come back. 7 straight for Washington.
And as long as you're not in blue and yellow, Spartan fans welcome you.
Pass outside for Snell, picked off by Washington. Troy Brown with a takeaway. Is Smith. The Bonga, Miles from the corner. Missed it to Luke Kennard.
You know, but I'm one of them guys that says as long as you guys got Tom Izzo, you guys are going to be there every year. You know, it's just like, you know, the glory days of the Michigan Wolverines football team.
The turn and gun goes for Marquis. TJ Miles was the matchup there. Wagner has time from behind the long line. It's off iron. Here come the Pistons. Marquis to full court. Pistons down 6. Luke Kennard for 3.
Come on, Luke.
Rebound to Troy Brown. Brown with the drive. Ball batted away by Luke, but he got him on the arm.
Sorry.
And Tony Brown will call the foul. Andre about to check in. League leaders show Andre the first player with 4 2020 games in the first 7 of the season, as we told you off the top, since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the 75-76 season.
Let me say this about Kareem, George. I think he is one of the more
Pride 40 says,
underrated guys.
we do. I went to one of their parties, but I went booty callless.
All the time.
James Willis says, I am interested in
probably
Jawan
the league's most unstoppable shot in history
against Izzo.
Still the all-time leading scorer.
Jay says Juwan Howard is going to start off doing okay, but after 3 or 4 years, he will lose his job.
40-32. Washington's up 8.
I don't know about that though, because
whistle and a foul.
if Jim Harbaugh still hasn't lost his job
TJ Miles
after getting known numerous times by the Spartans and by the
team fouls are 1-1 with
and by the Ohio State Buckeyes, and still have a job and not make the playoffs.
40 and the Pistons
I don't know about that.
Luke Kennard tried to dish it inside to Markieff Morris, kicked by Isaac Bonga.
What's going on, Abdul?
At 180.
Says here, Troxel. I appreciate that, Abdul.
That is wiry strong. You'd have to be to play in this league.
One Pride 4 says Beeline just left. Who is a real competition in the Big Ten? At this point, nobody.
Foul the lead down to 5.
You know, that's why Tom Izzo came in and, what do you call it? You know, came in and was like, as the Incredible Hulk. You know, he ain't got no competition in the Big Ten.
42-35.
He got a clean lane all the way to, you know, almost the national title.
Brown, who scored 8, lobs it inside, and Bunga scores it. And he is bumped and fouled. They count the basket.
Gridiron Blitz says, okay, Trev, in chat. I'll check y'all later. Duty calls. He is about to do the Monday night game. So if you guys want to watch some football, definitely join the Gridiron Blitz.
Washington doing more scoring in the paint than I'm certain the Pistons would care to see.
Jay says, man, we better not lose this game.
A paltry 24 points in the paint in their last game against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Exactly. Biggest lead again. Bunga's free throw makes it a 10-point advantage for the Wizards. Just over 8 minutes to play here in the first half. 8:21 to be exact, as Wayne Casey takes a timeout. Washington 40.
Pistons down 10 with 8:21 left in the second. One Pride 40 says, did anybody see that AEW stuff? No, I haven't yet, but I am intrigued to see some. Jay says, what's with Derek Rose? How long Blake Griffin about to be out? I know Blake Griffin is almost pretty much day to day, and Derek Rose I think is probably right behind him. Reggie Jackson is out for about 4 weeks. And I think Tim Frazier is going to be... I think we're going to get all three of those guys all at the same time. Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose, and Tim Frazier. I think we're going to get them all back at one time. John Martin, what's going on, brother? Says, I'm here. Let's start winning. Absolutely. One Pride 40 says, I just... want to see someone get smacked with a chair. Oh yeah, absolutely. Cyricus, I think is how you say your name, said just got in. Is Griffin playing? Blake Griffin is not playing today. He is still listed as day to day. Josh says, Troxel, have you ever watched the Lion's Curse documentary? I have. That's some crazy stuff, though. But, you know, technically that curse is over because it was for 50 years. It's been 62. So that curse has been over for 12 years. Jay says, how was a bad trade a horrible
Tommy John,
contracted player?
Favorite of mine growing up. Parker Simmons.
James says, did Urban take the USC job?
Ted Simmons from Southfield High School.
Jay says, I'm so done with Reggie Jackson.
I'm happy to see it.
Reggie Jackson was a memorable signing and trade.
Those photos of him wearing that Old English D at one of the greatest ballparks in history, Tiger Stadium.
Oh, pronounced Xerxes.
Michigan and Trumbull.
Problem for the Pistons tonight, the offensive rebounding. Washington, 9 offensive
What's going on, Lance Hayward?
George.
Says, tell me something good,
Washington has
Troxel.
9 second chance
I will
points.
say
So
this.
right now, they're
Christian
winning that
Wood is
hustle
playing
stat.
good, and also Bruce Brown has a block on Bradley Beal. So that's always good news.
Andre's numbers are not Andre-like yet.
Jay says, Troxel, I need you to be real about something.
Just now. Pistons trail by 8 minutes till halftime. The ex-Piston Ish Smith
The
over
Pistons
Gray,
got your heart more than the Lions. You know what? At this point, I'm going to have to say yes. As much as I love my Lions,
always going to be cognizant of him.
I think they got to go to spot number 2, and the Detroit Pistons got to go to spot number 1.
Still just one offensive rebound for the Pistons. Washington doing a great job on the glass.
Brown shovels to Miles. Missed.
Then it goes to Detroit Red Wings at number 3.
And he did draw a foul.
The Tigers at number 4.
Andre Drummond is first. Team's third.
Andre fouled
James
him.
Willis says, what is AEW? It's a new wrestling promotion. That guy's like...
That's where being a left-hander helped Miles.
Like Dusty Rhodes' son.
Away from Andre. Force Andre
what
to
is
have to
his
go
name?
across his body.
Cody Rhodes created.
A trip to the free throw line.
And they got guys like...
C.J. Miles averaged 13.5 for the Pacers.
Kenny Umaga and
4 years ago, 15. He's been around.
Chris Jericho and even Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose has a new name over there, but you know they have one of the guys from the Shield.
Luke down the lane, lays it up. No, Andre with a rebound, slapped away and out of bounds by the Wizards. Pistons trail by 12, 49-37.
John Martin says it's been over for as long as Stafford has been here, basically. Absolutely.
And the leading scorer
Returning for the Wizards.
tonight, Hachimura has checked in. This is Saluk on the perimeter. Bruce Brown with penetration.
Lance says Detroit is wasting Stafford. Absolutely.
To Troy Brown Jr. Ish down the lane.
Oh, yeah.
Off the rack. This has caught a break there. Andre behind the back with the dribble.
Ooh. Almost wide open to the lane.
Can't finish. One of those
Caught a double team right in the middle of the paint. Oh, Christian Wood.
Out to Hachimura.
Oh,
On the wing to Bradley Beal.
come on.
That's where
Had a block.
a block shot, but unable to get that rebound after the block shot. Now your defense is
And then
broken
gave up
down.
a three.
It's scrambled, scattered, and it's hard to get back to the shooters.
7 straight for Washington.
Come on, Bruce Brown. Stepped on the sideline.
Here's Wood. He'll get the block, but now you're scrambled and you're trying to
Jay
recover.
says
and you just
Ford
can't
family should
find
sell the franchise.
everyone.
Just 70
Beal,
plus years
the most
of
dangerous
struggling.
guy out there,
Absolutely.
knocks it down.
This is guilty of a step out, and the Wizards get it
Asma
back.
says WWE has
Halfway
became
through
weird.
the second, it's now 52-37 Washington.
That's because the WWE doesn't listen to their fans.
Bradley Beal in the corner. Ish free on the wing. Sends it. Can't score it. Hachimura. with the
Josh says
rebound,
Troxel has
however.
been tough being a Detroit fan as of late. Absolutely it has.
There's a young man from Japan who jams. And it's now 54
Lance says,
37
Rose out
Washington.
tonight? Yes, he is out as well.
This is a stunner out of the gate. The latest run for Washington, 9 straight points. The Pistons take timeout. 5:36 to play in the first half in D.C.
Washington leads 54-37 with 5:36 left in the half. Jay says WWE has been weird since 2007. What you saying? Absolutely. Where you been? Aswin says Vince is senile, period. Absolutely. He's stuck in his ways, and, you know, there's no going outside of his own ways. You know, they're losing millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars every day that they don't listen to their fans. Jay says life is getting better, people. The Pistons bringing back life. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Lance says, anyone else pumped for MSU versus Kentucky tomorrow? Azra says, well, was too young then, Jay? What's going on, Tony Diamond? Or Tiny Diamond, my bad. What's going on? Says Pistons for the win. Absolutely. I appreciate it, Tiny, for joining in on the chat.
Love about this, as you hear these young players attaching their names to some of the all-time greats. We talked about Andre and Kareem earlier.
Correct.
For not just young folks out there, but fans of the game. If you never saw Kareem, if you never saw Oscar, it's all so available right now.
Yeah, it didn't used to be, but it is now.
You can go and watch and see how the greats of yesteryear did it. The people who paved the way.
Ooh, Bruce Brown over for three.
Now in this great league.
There we go.
Great shot there.
Cut it down to
The
14.
Pistons really needed it. A triple for Bruce Brown.
His first scratch tonight, too, by the way.
23-10 now. Wizards in the second, including that three.
Oh, air ball.
Pistons have got to shore up their defense. They've got to get excited about playing on the defensive end. They all got to get on the glass and stop Washington's second chance opportunities.
Yes.
And the good news is there's plenty of time to correct this and get it done.
13-0 Wizards on second chance points. Air ball from Troy Brown Jr. on that last trip for Washington.
All right, Steve, come on.
Gets a screen. Bruce Brown's got to let it fly. Somebody does.
Oh, Christian Wood for three. And he makes it.
From distance.
There we go.
Oh, the Pistons needed that one, too, with the shot clock running out. It's now an 11-point Washington lead.
2 trips down the floor, and you take 6 points off that deficit. Not bad.
Last Hayward says Motor City Wood. Absolutely.
These are the toughest ones because not only is it the defense that you got to worry about, but it's that shot clock.
Less than a
Wood,
second on that clock when he let it go.
Yeah, Wood had it all under control.
Pistons are 8 for 13 from distance.
Josh, I am.
Away, but the Wizards get it back. Go to Bryant. Around and off, rebounded by Andre.
Tiny says Christian was a great addition to the team. Oh, absolutely. I watched his game film before.
Bryant blocked the shot.
All right, Austin Bryant. Before what do you call it, the summer league, and I just kind of get it
Bruce was going in with the right
to see what I'm getting into.
That's just a pretty good.
And he
block.
has some what do you call it? Then came the summer league, and I was just like, oh man, he has to make the team.
Get dunked on too.
And then he was there for preseason, and I was like, oh, he made the team.
Langston Galloway from the top. No, Bradley Beal boards it.
Man, that would have been really nice to cut it to 8.
So I'm definitely happy that Christian Wood is a part of the Detroit Pistons.
Beal's
Ooh,
lob
come
knocked
on.
away.
There we go.
Swipe by Andre.
Ooh, Christian Wood. Oh, let's go.
Beautiful, George. Beautiful basketball.
Let's
That's
go.
that last time out. 9-0 run of, 8-0 run of your own.
Xerxes says, haha, I knew the 3 would hit because the scoreboard added 3 before you reacted. Yeah, YouTube is about 20 seconds behind, so That's the only reason why, like, you'll see the scoreboards change and things like that before I react. Lance said, Detroit basketball, yes sir. 4G said Chris Wood better than a lot of players ahead of him in the rotation. Absolutely. Because I most definitely think Christian Wood should be getting more minutes than Thon Maker, if not all of Thon Maker's minutes. I'll tell you what, even without John Wall, the Washington Wizards are going to be a team to be reckoned with.
But they're working on an 8-0 run, and Washington's coming out of a timeout. Bradley Beal with penetration. Achibura misses.
Oh, nice.
Andre has it.
Let's go. Drummond for Christian Wood back there. Langston for three.
And Langston Galloway knocks it down.
George, none of this would be happening if the Pistons hadn't turned it up on the defensive end. They seem to have collectively taken on the challenge.
Come on.
Washington's come up with zeros in the last 4 possessions.
Man up.
Nothing run for the Pistons. Bradley Beal trying to make happen, and does.
Sorry, nothing you can do.
56-48 Washington. Andre to the rim.
Oh yeah!
Builds it up.
Andre Drummond and a foul. Let's go.
Andre has become the point guard out there. Last few times, he's the one bringing it up the floor. And here making a nice play. Washington not quite ready to
As
defend
says
the
that,
big fella,
yes, sir.
so it seems.
Exactly like how Roman Reigns says.
15 to
That's
2
also
is the run on the free
what
throw
do you call it? Richard Rip Hamilton, former Pistons NBA championship with the 2004 team used to say after they made a bucket and things like that.
2:38 to play in the half. Bryant doubles to Thomas, who's returned. Blocked by Langston Galloway. To Dre ahead to Bruce Brown, and this time he will jam it.
There's Andre again on the defensive
18-2
end.
run.
Josh says, amen, you sounded like one. I never hear you curse.
Amazing number. 18
Says I am one too. That's what's up. Yeah, I try to really watch my tongue. I know there is times where I do slip, but I do definitely try to watch my words and things like that.
Make the run 18-5.
Especially on YouTube because, you know.
Quick deuce.
All right, let's go.
Secured the low box. And
You know, especially on YouTube, with there's a lot of kids, and you don't know who's behind the name. So, you know, I want it to where, you know,
Bothered by Christian Wood.
where that, you know, everybody can be able to listen in on my content and, you know, people in the Sports Movement Network's content.
Get Bryant for an offensive foul. Coming up on our Ram halftime report, Mickey York and Grant Long will talk about the Pistons' successes from downtown. They are 9 for 15.
Lance said, I think Detroit has a good future. Bruce, Luke, Speed, Wood, Bone, Snell, Sekou, a lot of young talent. Absolutely, and you know, Drummond still hasn't even hit his peak yet. You know, he's not even in his prime.
Took the ball away.
What's going on, Buffed Up? He says that bum Drummond hilarious dribbling up the court. Hey,
The Pistons, Langston Galloway,
he's having
Bruce
an MVP-like season.
circle against Thomas.
At worst case scenario, he's having a most improved player season and a defensive player of the year season.
Andre drives it against Bryant. Hooks it and hits it.
All right, let's go, Drummond.
Right now, getting whatever he wants and to wherever he wants right now off the dribble.
Tony says, of course, Pistons come back for the win. Absolutely.
9 points, 10 rebounds for
Lance says, I always forget how young Dre is with how dominant he is. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
On this drive by Bradley Beal.
Tiny says Snell is kind of trash. He just finds his spots well. Yeah. I've noticed that a lot.
Anthony Davis and the Lakers. That's in March on the 22nd, 6 o'clock start. For your tickets, call 313-PISTONS or go to pistons.com.
But hey, buffed up, I do got to say this.
You've been warned.
You were right about the Lions. Yeah, I used to say a whole lot of things like, oh, you're wrong, this is that.
We told you about it.
You were right about the Lions.
One free throw for Bradley Beal. 3-point Washington lead. Final minute, first half. Bruce Brown with the drive. Christian Wood with a shot.
Oh, let's go! Christian Wood, let's go!
George, they are going to call a technical foul for excessive celebrating. I don't know. It's going to go on Wood, and that's unfortunate. You've seen guys prance and do all kinds of things
How
after
about
they
Thomas
dunk the ball.
Bryant after his block?
Oh, are you kidding me? He didn't even do nothing wrong.
Tough call on Christian.
It's all right. Oh, probably for that little brush up and looking at the bench.
Yeah, that could be.
But still, come on.
Still
Absolutely, Lance.
40 seconds till halftime. That's Bradley Beal.
Or as I like to say, that's bulldogs.
Bradley inside and got Bruce in the air, and he fouled him. That's 3 on Bruce with 35.5 to play in the first half.
Charge to number 6, Bruce Brown. His third personal foul.
Bradley Beal at the line.
Beal, 2 shots.
4G says we need
He
a
has
starting
scored
3.
11.
I definitely got to agree with that, 4G.
That's the first free throw to fall.
Lance says Motor City Madman.
Baseline. He almost came from
Hey, I actually like that.
Every reason, George, to feel good about it.
Josh says
I
smart
don't think
thinking,
the
man.
was intentional.
No.
Ezra says heck of a comeback after the timeout by Pistons. Absolutely. Buffed Up says, hey, Lions ain't earned no benefit of the doubt. Have to
About the
earn
good,
me
the bad, and the ugly.
ever saying
something
they
on
a
the defensive
contender.
end, I think
You know what? I'm there with you,
What a
Buffed
lift
Up.
from Christian Wood.
You know, I used to put that premium
Most of that
E85 on the Lions. You know, you can bring back the old tapes and you can hear me say, oh, the Lions are going to be 12-4 and win the Super Bowl this year. Yeah, we're not even going to make the playoffs this year. So until they can play for a division title and for, you know, home field advantage and things like that, I'm always going to assume that the Lions will lose. Even if it's the Miami Dolphins. No disrespect to any Dolphins fans. Congratulations on your first win of the season. All right, Pistons down 2 at half. We got ourselves a ball game, folks.
On a 24-9 run. They have pulled within 2 at the break in Washington.
All right, Jordan Bone is in his gear, so there could be a chance that we see him. He has not played in the first half, though.
Well, it took the Pistons going down by 17 points before the Wizards caught their attention, but safe to say now the Pistons are back and fully engaged.
No doubt about it, and I like the fact that they are using the same type of grit, Mickey, that saw them dispatch the Brooklyn Nets a couple of nights ago, and this is exactly what it's going to take if they're going
4G
to pull this
says
game
sit
out
Bruce
on the road.
down with 3.
That was missing largely through the better part of the first
Buffett
half.
says
What hasn't
Lions
been missing
lose
so
until
far
they
with
win
the
a
Pistons
playoff
tonight
game.
is their three-point shooting. Is the
No
big
matter
reason why
who
they're only
they
down
get
2
in the
at the
draft
break,
or
as you
free
see tonight's Fox
agency,
Sports brought to you by
absolutely.
Metro Detroit
You know,
GMC.
hey, from
And
now
I
on,
gotta say
I'm going
this
to be
first, it's
from the
right
state of Missouri,
guys
the
shooting
show me
three-point
state.
shots. We're talking Galloway, Kennard.
4G says Fee and
Wood
Bruce
got
run
him
the
down, knocked down
offense
three,
better
and Bruce
than
Brown
Reggie.
knocked down one as well.
They
So
actually
you
make
gotta have the right
their
guys
team
shoot 'em.
better.
Tony
You know
Snell
what?
got it started. He knocked down 2
I'm gonna
of them in
have
the
to
first
agree with that,
quarter, so
4G.
sent the message to the rest of the
I'm
team that,
liking
hey,
what I see
whoever the
from
game is
Bruce
going
and
to be
Svi.
on tonight, let's take as many as we can.
You know,
But the
especially
Pistons
Bruce
have
at that point guard
unique
position.
shooters in that regard, because Tony.
You know, I didn't like him at the
He's
shooting guard position,
got to get multiple
but him at
opportunities to
the
shoot
one,
ball.
oh,
He's one of those guys who
absolutely.
can dribble inside, play in the paint, but also take the ball out and knock down 3-point shots. He has to
No,
get
she
those
says,
available
can we
shots.
see
So
a
the guys
rookie?
that are shooting
Right,
have to keep
please?
getting multiple opportunities to shoot the ball
Tom
from distance.
Gores, please
If
get
they
us,
can do that,
what do you
once
call it?
again, they put themselves in a pretty good position.
Pistons shooting right around 60% from beyond the arc
4G
in the
says,
first
turn your
half.
TV
As they
down.
close the first.
James Willis says, I can't wait to see Wood slam. Hey, I'm telling you this. Somebody says something to Christian Wood, and whatever they said to him, he's playing with purpose. Like, I am very, very, very impressed with Christian Woods right now. Like, I know, like, I was hype on him all season so far, but, like, whatever he did or was said to him today, he's playing like it's his last game ever. And I love that. You know, when I used to play basketball, you know, I used to tell my teammates, like, look, play like it's your last game ever. You know, because truth be told, you could go down with an injury and it could cost your career. You know, so go out there and give it your all. Forgy says, that ain't a technical in any other city than Detroit. Hey, you know that ain't no lie. Lance says, Bruce V and Wood 4 from 3. Yeah, see, like, I'm telling you, like, the Pistons got a good young core. You know, and I think it's going to put pressure on Reggie Jackson when he comes back from the injury. You know, I definitely think it's going to put pressure on him to perform. If not, you know, for one, he won't get re-signed. Hey, what's going on, NBA Highlights? I appreciate that for subscribing. What's going on, Mars Landing? Says, I like Svi. Tam Christian Francis says, go. Go Wash. Must be a Washington Wizards fan. What's going on? Hey, you guys are testing the Pistons to the limits. Hey, you know something? I'm a diehard Detroit Pistons fan, but you know what? I can say, flat out say, the Washington Wizards have a very bright future ahead of them. You know, when John Wall gets back and, you know, things like that, like, this team is going to be pretty legit this season. 4G says Luke looks engaged in that pick and roll. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Mars Landing says, Svi so smooth, and I want to see him get hot. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, every time I see Svi get into the building and checks into the game, like, I always got to say, thank you, Lakers. That move for trading Reggie Bullock, and rest in peace to his sister, you know, that really helped us out a lot. James Will says, sit Bruce Brown and bring in Jordan Bone. You know, don't even sit him, but like give you know, Bruce some rest and play Jordan Bone. You know, we got to see what these young guys got. You know, with all the injuries we have, it's prime time too. John Jones, when Blake comes back, we need to work him in slowly, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, have him on at least for a week or two on heavy minute restriction. Buffed Up says, who is Pistons general manager? It is Ed Stefanski. His son is the Minnesota Vikings offensive coordinator, Kevin Stefanski. 4G says, Roy looks like a seasoned vet, throwing them Giannis comparisons out the window. He a threat from the perimeter right now. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's why I said the Washington Wizards are going to be a team to beat in the very near future. Their biggest problem is they got to be healthy. John Jones says, I agree. I want to see Bone as well. Mars Landing says, right, we got to let the rookies play a little bit. Absolutely. What's going on, C-Mo Green? Appreciate you coming into the building. Reggie is purposely sitting out so he doesn't get traded. We have Rose and Brown locking up guard minutes. Yeah, absolutely. I could definitely see that. But the thing is, it's only hurting his stock. Him purposely sitting is going to hurt his stock in the long run. Because he has just nothing but trash on tape. Outside of last year where, he had little bits of spurts here and there. But overall, he hasn't really done nothing since he signed that $80 million contract. And then for him to be injured now is hurting his stock even more. Lance says, BRB Trucks got to take my shower for the month. Please say you take more than once a month. James Willis says, Wood is acting like Washington snubbed him after a tryout. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Daryl Jones says the Pistons need to trade Blake Griffin. Okay, who are we trying to get in for Blake? Mars Landing says no trading Blake yet. Simo Green says I'm not a fan of Galloway play. I'd rather see Bone get in some time. Yeah, I mean, I will say Langston Galloway's he's been playing a little bit better this year than he has been. But I would rather see Jordan Bone play. At least to see what he has. Mars says, let's see if he could be a leader. Absolutely. 4G says Reggie was playing hurt and conditioning has always been trash. He is sweating and breathing hard in the first quarter. 4G, that is because Reggie Jackson actually has bad asthma. So with that being said, he has to be on a minute restriction as is. Simo Green says Blake is a great piece. I wish we kept Beasley instead of signing and releasing Joe. Yeah, I would want to see what Michael Beasley had. 4G said we need to get Dennis Smith Jr. Oh, I would love that. John Jones, I'm straight on Galloway. Abdul says Lions will never win as long as Reggie Gollum, my precious Jackson is with the Pistons. Daryl Jones says the Atlanta Hawks offered Kent Bazemore and John Collins this past summer. They need to get out of that contract. I mean, hey, if they want to throw a first-round draft pick with that, I'll take it. 4G says James Harden has asthma. Oh, I didn't know that. Mars says Beasley or Christian Wood. I'm going to take Christian Wood all day. Appreciate the 27 in the building. You guys are all truly MVPs. And shout out to the 489 subscribers. You guys are all MVPs. Simo says Beasley is a poor man's Melo. Yeah, he actually had a nice bounce back season last year with the Lakers. 4G says the Knicks fans were chanting "Play Frank" the other night. What's going on? Blazed Radio says, yo, Troxel Sports Talk. I made it, bro. Good stuff. I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate the new subscriber. Bruce Brown has 5 points tonight. Luke Kennard has 13. And Bradley Beal has 13. It's your boys Blaze McCoy. Huge Hoops fan, by the way, so I will be checking you out a bit. I appreciate that, Blaze Radio. He definitely has a great stream, so if you guys want like wrestling content and other types of sports content, definitely check out Blaze Radio. Definitely enjoyed his show today. Simo Green says Beasley played nice with the Bucks too. Didn't understand why they gave up on him. I definitely agree with that, but I think a lot of that had to deal with the room being crowded. Forgy says, does Sekou play for the Grand Rapids tonight? I'm not too sure. Blaze Radio says, much love to all in the chat. I'm a creator, commentator, and giving you all love as well. Much respect for anyone who live streams. Definitely appreciate that, Blaze Radio. I'll tell you what, you definitely did hype me up for today. What's going on, Mr. Khalil Lil Kid? Do you know when Blake Griffin is coming back? He is probably, I think he is listed as day to day, so it's any day now. I kind of feel like they're going to give him some rest, especially like if we have back-to-back days and things like that. But if I got to look at the schedule and probably give an estimate, I'm going to say I'll probably say right around what do you call it? That maybe on the 8th or the 11th. I would probably have to say, because that's a little tough stretch, and we're going to need some firepower for that time. Buffed Up says, are we still paying Josh Smith? This is the last year we are paying Josh Smith. So the $5 million comes off the books this year. Buffed Up says, or I already read that. 4G says Beasley probably still got character issues. Yeah, I think that might have scared him. Simo Green says, it's a lot of vets we could give a chance, like Jamal Crawford, Melo, JR. They're all competitors. Absolutely. I actually wouldn't mind bringing in Carmelo Anthony for the right price, or a Jamal Crawford. You know, that man always is in the talks for Sixth Man of the Year. Now, I'm not going to expect him to be a Sixth Man of the Year, you know, with Detroit, but, you know, here and there for, you know, open threes and getting, you know, teaching these guys how to play, I'll definitely bring in Jamal Crawford.
Start the second half. They go down deep to Thomas Bryant. Bryant's on the deck.
James Will says you had 110 in the chat a few days ago. Actually, we maxed out at 115 people in the chat.
Thomas Bryant.
And shout out to all 115 of you guys. That was amazing.
Do a better job in this third quarter of keeping
She says second
out
half.
of the lane, out of the cutters and the drivers. I think the Pistons are going to have a good chance of winning this game.
Too much
when Washington amassed that huge lead,
Buffed
they were
Up
doing a lot of
says
stuff in the
hurt
paint.
young
Whipped cuts,
players'
whipped drives, and
development.
with offensive rebounds.
Bryant gets one. Wizards by 3.
Yeah, but if you have a good balance. You know, it definitely helps. Ah, come on, Drummond. All right, good job. Hey, come on.
Kind of popped him.
That should be a tech. Popped him right in his jaw.
Just called for the foul.
Well, Andre with ball handling ability, a lot of centers now are finding that a new element to have to deal with when guarding him. He has been allowed the freedom to put the ball on the floor and try to get by guys, and he's done it a lot this season so far.
2 fouls on Bryant, team fouls 1-1. Luke Kennard bothered along the baseline. Tony Snell from the sideline got ironed on the shot, no net. Rebound Bryant.
Sometimes it hurts when you get caught in the corner and you can't reverse it. You end up taking a tough shot.
Says, thanks, I got Blake on my fantasy league team and was just wondering when he was going to be back. Do you stream every Pistons game? I do definitely try to do every Pistons game. Fridays is a little tough for me because we do a show with the Gridiron Blitz called the Lions Weekly Podcast, and on Tuesdays we do a NFL line of scrimmage. But I do every Monday, Wednesday,
always a hostile area
and Saturday.
Shot from right in front of your opponent's bench. You're going to hear a lot. If you make it, you're probably going to.
You know, and if there's a Thursday game and I can get off of work on time, I'll definitely do a Thursday game as well.
Important possession for the Wizards. Thomason with the shot, and he knocks it down.
Seymour Green says, yeah, but they're teaching too. A shooter like JR could teach Luke something.
So much momentum right now.
Absolutely.
They want to let it go the other way.
Crawford could show them how to create shots. Buffed Up says Vince Carter has been in the league too long, taking away a roster spot from a young dude chasing his dream. Yeah, but Vince Carter is also teaching them how to win and compete.
Hachimura called for his 3rd foul.
No, she says Andre. Simo Green says, yeah, Vince needs to hang it up already. This is his last year. Vince Carter did make that announcement in the offseason that this is his last season.
Topside to Bruce Brown.
What's going on, Eurobot? He says, what's up?
Gray with the screen, then another, and the pass picked off by Hachimura.
Appreciate all the new subscribers. We are 4 away from the road to 500.
Bradley Beal against Luke Kennard. Luke trying to stay in front of him. So far, so good. Bounce to Thomas.
Oh!
Blocked by Bruce.
Oh, come. All right.
Brown's going to blow
That's
the
all right.
whistle on Bruce.
Settle it down, Bruce. Don't get attacked.
Detroit foul charge number 6, Bruce Brown.
Well, Bruce has done a nice job of recovering, but what happened here, he gets him with the body. No problem up top.
That's the 4th foul on Bruce Brown. It's not good news.
Actually, on that second replay, I'm not so sure about that, George.
All right, coaches challenge it. Which that is so weird to say.
With 9:44 to play in the
I still
third.
can't believe that NBA allows coaches to challenge a play. Like, the NBA is trying to be like the NFL, and the NFL is trying to be like the NBA. What has this world come to? Buffed Up says the coach's job, not Carter's. Yeah, but sometimes you need that on the court coach. You know, something that the actual head coach can't do. Appreciate the new subscriber. And definitely appreciate the 30 of you guys in the building. You guys are the MVPs. The Motor City DVE, it would be nice to get Mello. Absolutely, and I appreciate you stopping into chat, the Motor City DVE. So Bruce Brown has 4 fouls. So hopefully maybe we'll be able to see Jordan Bone maybe this quarter for a little bit. You know, there is 9 minutes and 44 seconds, so, you know, hopefully we get to see him. See what he has. Daryl Jones says Carmelo Anthony is done.
Well, Dwayne Casey agreed with you, Gregory, and with Bruce Brown.
All right, so
And
Dwayne
with
Casey
Bates,
did
as a
coach
matter
his
of
challenge
fact,
it.
He has decided to challenge this foul call on Bruce, which would have been his fourth.
He did a nice job of
Buffed
getting
Up says
hand
Kyrie
on
Thomas
the
is going to
ball,
get traded
avoided
from the
by-
Pistons and
Now
become
the
an
big
all-star.
question is, who gets
I
the
definitely can
basketball?
see that
It looks
happening.
like they're going to jump it up here.
What in the world? Okay, the foul was overturned, so Bruce Brown has 3 fouls. And now they're about to jump it up from center court.
Yeah.
And we'll jump it up.
He's your lone point guard left.
And the Wizards got it.
Able to save it on the jump. So the Wizards get the ball, but Bruce is free of that fourth foul. Tony Snell chasing.
Oh, come on. Oh!
The jam.
There we go.
He tried to dunk it over Bruce Brown, who seems to be everywhere right now.
It's a little embarrassing.
Bruce made him miss this. I mean, got in his way, was enough of a distraction.
Big Piston possession. Bruce Bernard misses. Tapped in by Andre.
Simo says Melo has at least 3 years left, averaging 14 points. I can definitely see that.
Washington leads 69.
What's going on,
65.
Stevan?
To the basket.
I do not know what you said, but I appreciate you coming into the building.
6-point lead for the Wizards. This is trying to get Marquise Morris the ball down deep. Hachimura called for the foul.
That's his fourth personal foul.
That's his fourth.
Daryl Jones says once again Carmelo Anthony is done.
Returning for the Wizards, number 42, Davis Bertans.
He'll have to come out with that fourth foul.
All right, Rory Hachimura got 4 fouls.
Davis Bertans off the bench. He got in foul trouble early. Gray in a crowd. Sends it topside. Picked off by Beal. Beal fouled. I don't know. Drives it dunk. Or did he commit the foul?
Looks like it was on Beal as he veered into the path of the defender there. Bruce Brown, watch this, goes after him.
Oh, yeah.
I like that call, George, you know.
That is the right call.
Yeah,
That's the right
foul
call.
on Bradley
Guys
Beal.
used to get away with that. It's a point of emphasis here the last couple of years.
Bernard to Bruce, now to Tony Snell. Slow from the lane, no.
Get up, Tony.
Rebound.
Get back.
To Bonga. Bertans.
Ooh.
And can he shoot it? Now this Bertans with the score. Just like that, the Wizards are up 9.
Simo Green says whatever we trade somebody, they end up doing good or just better than they were here in Detroit. Rodney Stuckey, Greg Monroe, Brandon Knight.
Clock's at 5. Clock's at 1. He's going to have to fire. Does. Fills that up.
All right, cool hand, Luke. Let's go.
Luke Kennard.
Not an easy shot over a guy 5 inches, 6 inches taller.
Thomas fires on the other end, short. To
I mean,
Brown.
really, the only guy that we traded that really blossomed, though,
Luke fakes the pass.
real talk, is Milwaukee Bucks Chris Middleton.
Corner is Tony Snell.
You know, we drafted him when we got Andre Drummond that same year in the second round. We traded him, and he went in to become an all-star last year.
How about this shot? The step back. Create your own space.
Second on the
Luke
team.
does it. He
Buffalo
gets
says
that
Luke
shot
is
off
staying in Detroit a
barely.
long time. Oh, absolutely.
Call loose ball foul just now on Andre, his third.
All right, Andre got his 3.
7:15 to play in the third.
Ooh, he is wide open.
Three down deep for a dunk is Thomas Bryant. Washington 76 and the Pistons 68. 7 minutes to play in the third.
Ooh, Bruce Brown for 3.
For 3. Go through. Bryant boards it. Bradley Beal to Bonga. On the run, he's able to score it.
All right, it's a 10-point game. Wizards lead.
10.
To the Pistons, you just don't want to have to.
Unheard of Daily Bread says NBA been hating on the
This needs to
Central.
stop right now.
Had to keep
They make
the
run
ceiling
down
low
as opposed to waiting any longer.
so LBJ can win. Absolutely.
Ball away, short.
NBA Highlights and Sports says I will get you to 500. Don't worry. I appreciate that, NBA Highlights and Sports.
Long rebound.
And I'll definitely be subscribing to you as well, brother.
Thomas to the lane. Pretty good ball movement. Bryant is open, but he missed it to Marquis. Looks up the court, finds Bruce Brown. Deep to Dre, lays it up, lays it in.
I like that. Get the ball up the floor quickly. Andre continues to beat his opponent, his defender, down the floor for that low block. They found him that time.
Let's get NBA Highlights and Sports to 1K.
It tapped it in.
Only because Luke Kennard had to leave him, George, and go and help out on the drive.
5.5 left in the third. 80-70 Washington. Marquis Morris against Bertans. Tony Snell against Bonga. Andre with a screen. They want to go back to Andre. Bonga with a takeaway. And the shot clock will run out on the Pistons.
Here you can see where Andre is. He ran hard, fought hard to get position almost underneath the basket, so you got to find him. Remember what we said, if Andre's got 2 feet in the paint, give it to him.
Pistons 11th turnover just now. Thomas shovels to Bradley Beal. Thomas with a lot of range. Missed that one, though. Rebound.
Come on, we got to get that that defensive rebound.
Takes it to the rack.
All right, there we go.
Andre boards it. Andre to forecourt.
Right there.
Pistons trail by 10. Marquis Morris 2 times inside. And they say travel.
What? Come on. Do they hate Marquise Morris?
A lot of contact, but the walk is called.
Well, he's being played physically right there, and Bryant comes over to give a little help. There was absolutely no place for Marquis to go. He thought he was fouled on the play.
So did Dwayne Casey. 4:44 left in the third. Pistons trail by 10 here in Washington. Field against Langston Galloway. Screen from Bryant.
Oh. All right.
Pistons going to take away.
Luke Kennard for 3. Oh, yeah.
In transition, 3-point shooter.
Let's go.
Very dangerous. And Bruce
Bring it
Brown
down
made
to
the
7.
right
Come on.
call there. I thought he was going to try and bounce past that thing on a tough angle to Christian Wood.
Luke Kennard for 3. So leave it in the chat. How many of you guys are going for the Washington Wizards? Give me a thumbs up. And for the Detroit Pistons, give me a heart. Aswin with the heart. Chicken Master Gaming with the heart. 4G with the heart. Noshi with the heart. 4G says Bruce finding the open man once again, proving it's young players out there with better basketball IQ than Reggie Jackson. Hey, you know that ain't no lie. You know, I remember before that contract, he was Mr. Fourth Quarter, though. If that Reggie Jackson can ever come back, I definitely welcome him back. But, you know, more times than not, that fourth quarter Reggie is nowhere to be found. Welcome to the stream, Chicken Master Gaming. I appreciate you coming in. Oh, got the Grand Valley State Lakers and the Fair State Bulldogs. What's going on, Truth Teller? Casey has been forced to play Kennard more because of injury, and he's blossoming. Can't wait until Griffin gets back. Oh, absolutely.
Congratulations to the Bulldogs, who start out, George, 3-0 on the season, and
chance for the and one.
Coached Ferris State to a national championship 2 seasons ago.
4G says DJ Augustine
right now. Congratulations to all the
was a better fit to me. He was thriving in Van Gundy's system.
The Wizards
and we had a good record
out of the
before
break,
Reggie came.
and Andre
absolutely
is hit with his 4th foul as Bryant scores. They're going to have to get Andre out of the game.
That's unfortunate, George, because you get a sense that beating Washington the way this game has gone will be difficult enough, and will certainly be tough without Andre out there. We'll have to be very, very careful when he comes back in.
Well, when the Pistons have rallied, he's been right in the middle of it.
That's right.
Todd Baker replaces it. Bruce Brown from the corner for 3. Rebound comes away to Troy Brown Jr. Second-year man from Oregon. Working against Langston Galloway. Bradley Beal against Bruce Brown. Beal.
Got to get that. Come on.
But Bryant with the follow. Able to score. 85-73 Wizards.
He has scored 12 very noisy points. Bryant has.
I wish I could show that 4G, but absolutely.
He's right there to clean up on the glass.
Pistons happy to get that Langston Galloway hoop.
Buffalo says, I believe in Van Gundy too. He was coach 100%.
Over 3 to play in the 3rd.
Lance says, I know Thon just came in, but take him out. Oh, absolutely. How many points does Luke Kennard have?
Check out the animated Thomas Bryant right there. My goodness.
Hey, I appreciate that.
He didn't bump anybody.
Hey, I appreciate that NBA highlighted in sports.
They called him for an offensive foul.
Hey, I want to say a big shout out to all 500 of you guys. This is truly, truly amazing. Oh, man. Man, words can't even bring. I truly appreciate that, you guys. You guys mean a lot to me.
Kicked off by Wagner. Ish Smith to forecourt for the Wizards. Ish directs traffic. Goes to Wagner who drives. Maker got it blocked from behind. But they'll blow the whistle. And this will be a Thon Maker
I'm
foul.
still speechless about that. 500 subscribers. Man, that is truly amazing.
Putting it on the floor against a guy his size. And Thon Maker finding it difficult to move his feet and
Buffed
cut
Up
that
says
baseline
Thon is a
off.
big, soft big. Mr. Khalil Kid says, congrats on 500.
Now a word from the
4G
Southeast Michigan
says
Ford
Thon's
dealers.
offense disappeared.
Check out the 2019.
Whoa. Can't do that. NBA Highlight in Sports says no problem.
You may remember Wagner was
Lance
drafted
Hayward
by the Lakers.
says Trox, you deserve 500 more. NBA Highlighted Sports says, I hope that's what I like to do. I appreciate that. And if you guys ain't subscribed to NBA Highlights of Sports, definitely check him out. Let's get that man to 1,000. He's almost there. He's at the home stretch.
Yes, Steve. Went to the Pistons about 2/3 of the way through his rookie year.
Yeah. So the Pistons now, again, dealing with the dearth of available point guards. Langston Galloway will play.
Thank
the
you
point
to the
guard
new
for the
subscriber.
They have 7 third-quarter turnovers.
Thank you, Buffed Up.
Brown. Too aggressive there and lost the ball on the drive. Thon Maker, Luke Kennard.
Who's bringing the ball up?
Yep. Steve Mikhailuk. Langston Galloway on the court.
This is definitely point guard by committee for the Pistons.
They're down 3-point guard. Thon Maker.
Shout out to you, Chicken Master Gaming.
To Wagner.
I think the
He
Pistons.
has more range than that, too.
Yeah, I think they forgot him, George.
Asma says too early to call Trox for president.
The big fella. Certainly the guy that can shoot it from long range, I guess.
90-75.
The Gridiron Blitz says congrats, Troxel. Halfway to 1K. I appreciate that, the Gridiron Blitz.
This is such an important stage of the game.
Man,
right now,
I
because
still
if they're
can't
playing
believe
Kansas,
it.
You're probably thinking, okay, my guys, they still have another run in them, but
Bertans commits the foul.
you fall too much farther behind, will it even matter?
10-2 run, Washington. Minute 20 left in the third. Baker screens for Luke.
Oh, come on, Luke.
Bumped in the lane, didn't get a whistle.
Oh, basket. No.
Miles with
Basket
the
interference. Yep.
Pistons will get it back on the side. Off the Wizards and out of bounds.
Appreciate the 38 of you guys in the building. You guys are truly MVPs.
Yeah, it's
And to all the new subscribers, you guys are MVPs, and the 502 are MVPs. Without you guys,
here in the third.
I wouldn't be able to do what I do.
That's 9 turnovers in the quarter.
Yeah.
In the quarter.
In the quarter, unfortunately, you got guys out of position trying to do things that they would not ordinarily have to do if you were at full strength.
garbage.
Thon Maker trying to make that pass a moment ago.
Oh.
Was easily picked off.
All right, come on, let's go.
With a wide net.
Oh, wide open speed.
Mikhailuk with the 3.
Oh, come on. They called it charge.
An offensive foul.
On Luke Kennard. And a T.
Yeah, he felt he was fouled a couple of possessions ago.
Yeah. This was such a late call. The whistle still hasn't blown.
And a technical foul.
Miles makes the technical foul free throw. This is looking up at a 91-75 deficit here in the final moments of the third.
The Motor City DVE says we need Brooke Lopez, Melo,
Brown Jr.
and I say go get Seth Curry for point guard. Lance Hayward says I know Speed made that too.
And Thon Maker was up in his face. He was still able to score it.
Chicken Master Game says when is Blake coming back?
Biggest lead now.
He should be any day now.
They lead by
If I gotta say a day, it might be come Monday.
gets the screen from Thon.
I believe that's when they play
Chases him out near the sideline.
Monday, November 11th, when they play at home against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Oh, absolutely. We definitely need Blake. Hopefully then we don't need to see Thon Maker anymore.
The Pistons have some 10 game plans.
Motor City DVE says, I love Luke Kennard, Drummond, D. Rose. Oh, absolutely.
Weekend or weekday.
Can't forget Christian Wood as well.
Plan tailored for you.
That boy's been balling.
313 Pistons or visit Pistons.com.
And if we can get more minutes for Svi, that's going to be even better.
Make it 21. The Pistons are going to need a fourth quarter comeback. 7 seconds to play in the third. Ish Smith drives.
Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. That was so late.
We get a whistle and a foul on Wizards foul after the miss by Ish.
Foolish foul.
Who was bothered on a shot by Thon.
Okay, so it's okay. And I was about to say, they called, if that was a foul on us, that was late.
And when Luke got the basketball with 2
But they called a Wizards foul.
This is a gift from the Wizards.
Chicken Master Gaming says we need him. The Motor City DVE says, do you think the Pistons make a playoff run this year? I definitely think that they're gonna at least make it to the second round.
Luke gets 1 for 2. 2.2 to play.
Lance Hayward says Thon did something good.
Browns rifles at midcourt.
About time.
To Berton. He got iron with a prayer.
All right, we got a big deficit heading into the fourth quarter. NBA highlights his sports says subscribe to Troxel Sports Talk #TST. He is your if you're new, let's get him to 1K. I appreciate that, NBA highlights. Lance Hayward says Thon was actually decent in defense, I thought, in playoffs last year. Yeah, he was solid, but you know, it's like with Thon Maker, you get like a good Thon Maker and then a bad Thon Maker, and you never know what Thon Maker you're gonna get. Chicken Master Gaming said, okay, it's bedtime. Well, I appreciate you coming into the building. You have a great night, Chicken Master Gaming. The Motor City DVE says Pistons need to bounce back and win this game. Absolutely. You know, and to say that, you know, the Pistons done it with no real point guards on the actual active roster, that would say a lot. NBA Highlighted Sports says I uploaded a video. Okay, I'll definitely check it out after the game. And I definitely got your notification bell rung, so as soon as you drop videos, I will definitely be getting notified of them. NBA Highlight in Sports says thank you. You're very welcome. Wow. Second chance points 17-2 in favor of Washington. Pistons 17 turnovers, 10 in the third quarter. That is unacceptable. You know, last game against the Brooklyn Nets, we only had 8. The entire game. Oh, nice job. Nice offensive rebound. Oh, Svi for 3. Oh, gets it. Let's go. Down 12. Let's go. It ain't over yet. Ooh, left him open. Yep, got it right back. Down 15. You know, he did come from the Spurs, so I don't know why we letting him open. The general review says, just here to congratulate my guy for getting to 500. Next stop, Troxel 1K. I appreciate that, the general review. Definitely subscribe to the general review. That is my brother from another mother. He definitely brings that real good Lions content. Lance Hayward says fee for 3. Oh, my bad.
He's worth it. Yeah.
I thought I had it unmuted after the booty cloud. My bad, you guys.
This is at the rim.
The general review says, you know.
Direction traffic, 10.5 left. Gray in front. Out of bounds to Washington.
Okay, come on, guys. We got to play better.
96-81, the Wizards lead it. Andre has a shot at a 20-20. He has 13 points and 15 rebounds.
Oh, nice steal. Let's go, Bruce. Oh, Svi for 3.
Guy looked from the corner. This time Svi's shot won't fall. 10 minutes left. 15-point Washington lead. Ish Smith inside the box.
Oh, yeah.
Misses from point-blank range. Gray with a rebound.
He was wide open, too. That was scary. Oh, nice pass, Dre. Oh, all right. Let's go.
And score.
Down 13. Still a lot of time left. Let's play some good defense.
Bruce Brown. Apologize for some language you may have just heard. We didn't hear it, but
NBA highlight says, I just subbed to the general view.
83 our score. Andre stop and go, pocket pick by Bertans. Davis Bertans with a steal. C.J. Miles sends it, can't score it.
Let it go.
Out of
Yep,
bounds.
good job.
Hey, the Pistons are down 13, a ton of time still to play. Over 9 minutes left.
Gotta play smart basketball, though.
Just last game, Brooklyn had a pair of 16-point leads.
Exactly. Washington 0 for 5 so far in the fourth.
Ooh, nice screen.
Screens for Svi. Great.
Come on.
Knocked away and out of bounds.
Detroit basketball, let's go.
Bruce Brown from the baseline. Tony Snell fires. Caught by Gray. Tried to hook it back. Wagner puts a body on him.
It's all right. It's all right. Settle down. Don't get attacked.
I believe 5th foul.
Yeah. You know,
Don't
Andre
get
gets a lot
attacked.
of his fouls after he misses a shot, trying to go back and get it.
Drummond with 13 points and 5 fouls.
And this one costly because it's his fifth. Watch this. Right there, he's going to overly aggressively aggressively try to go back and get it, and they cited him.
Ish with a crossover. Stop and go to Wagner for a score.
Ish Smith with a nice pass to
10 years in
Mo
every
Wagner.
team, in every team he has played on, he has quickly become a fan favorite. It's already happening here.
He's helped every team he's played for.
Motor City DVE says, which team do you think is coming out of the West? I say Clippers. I don't like the Lakers.
That smile on his face. I talked to him before the game.
Clippers got the dynasty killer, Kawhi Leonard. Amy Amor, welcome to the chat. She says, congrats on 503. I appreciate that, Amy.
Folks, I was telling George while I was talking to Ish
Les Hayward says, wish we would have kept Ish over Reggie. Absolutely.
I turned around, and it was George Mirasan, the former Washington Bullet.
Was he 7'6"?
7'6", and he's right. I was shorty.
To him. SEC is still doing well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pistons deep to Gray.
24-second violation. Darn it.
Violation takes it away.
Yep, gotta shoot it, guys.
Watch the shot clock.
That was a mistake on
That's
Bruce
19
Brown.
Piston turnovers.
He passed it to Drummond. Drummond didn't have no time.
Way more than half in the second half. We still have 8 minutes to play.
NBA Highlights and Sports says hashtag no hate. Absolutely.
Ish. Noah Wagner. Lays it up. No. Andre with a rebound. Comes away on the dribble.
19th rebound for Andre.
And salute Kennard.
Look at speed. Look at speed.
Gray gets it back. Flips it up, around and off. Flips it up, no. Rebound.
Come on.
Detroit Brown Jr. 20 rebounds for Andre, but 13 points. Bradley Beal.
Come on, Bruce.
Draws some contact, scores it, and he'll step to the stripe.
Detroit now in 16-6, Bruce Brown.
Here's Bradley Beal, all 27 points per game, Bradley Beal. He's been hounded by Bruce Brown a lot tonight, but on that one, he just seemed...
Abdul says bouncing over to Blitz. Troxel, I appreciate you coming in, Abdul.
Missed the free throw.
I'll definitely be over at the Blitz's channel after the stream. It is 100-83 with 7:05 left to play. You know, I will say turnovers have been a big Achilles heel today. They have put the pressure on us, and, you know, we haven't been able to bounce back from that. Buffed Up says, are you a barber? Well, I do hair for a living. No, I'm actually technically classified as a cosmetologist, but the only thing I can't do that a barber can do is a straight razor neck shave. You know, so I can't do the hot towel neck shaves. But when people do ask for like a beard lineup and things like that, I do use the you know, the electric boys to where, you know, it's safe and things like that. Because the board don't think that I can do it. But I do need to find somewhere where they'll allow me just to take the course where it's for the straight blade, because I do want to get that. You know, but I don't want to put in another 1,800 hours after I just put in 1,500. Hey, just an FYI, he does come to me and I hook him up, so that's my boy Gridiron Bliss, man. Motor City DVE says, I'm not even mad this season is going. So once D Rose Blake get back, it's going to be a great time. Oh, absolutely. And you know, the thing is, I feel like if we can at least hang around the 500 mark, you know, we should be straight. You know, to say we're at 500 overall with without our starting bigs, that's amazing. And what I mean by the bigs is like Blake, Derrick Rose, yes, even Reggie, you know, and Tim Frazier and things like that. Like, that says a lot about this team.
Congratulations. Not just to the players, but to the fans in Washington.
Oh, absolutely. Lance Hayward, he says, straight razor neck shaves are the best.
My buddy and former broadcast partner, Dick Motta, coaching the Washington.
Oh, yeah. Tony Snell for 3.
Elvin Hayes, Wes Unseld.
Down 14, let's go. Joseph Marsh says Giants beating the Cowgirls 9-3. The Cowgirls just fumbled and Giants recovered. Hey, all right. Shout out to the Giants.
Clock running out for Ish Smith from the paint, sends it, scores it.
Boy, he puts so much pressure on you with that.
Ish Smith with the deuce.
On a dime and elevates. It's hard to recover sometimes when you
appreciate the new subscriber.
George. That's his best move right there. You're right. It's been difficult for everybody over the years. Andre takes off to the basket.
Oh my goodness!
Hey, it's all right, Dre. Just get back. They want to let you guys play. Let them play.
15 and 21 rebounds. Beal from the lane.
Ah, there we go. Come on.
Tried to grab it, ended up tapping it in. 104-88.
Bradley Beal got 19 points and 6 assists. Drew, what he says, what do you think about trading to bring in Marcus Morris?
Get the basketball.
I'm going to say definitely bring him in and we can ship his brother out.
He's on the floor. Foul called on the Wizards.
Sorry, Markieff is not. I had high expectations for him. You know, I think it's because of Marcus Morris. So, you know, if we could get Marcus back, I would definitely love that.
Purchase the all-new Motor City.
But no, I like Marcus Morris, so I ain't mad at that if we do trade for Marcus.
Just $89, start and stop on a monthly basis. Each package includes guaranteed sitting in the gondola. For information, visit pistons.com/MotorCityPass. One free throw for Bruce. 104-89. Still a fighting chance with 5 and 15 to play. Bradley Beal from the lane. Andre snatches the rebound away. All the way to forecourt with it. Hands to Bruce Brown. Working the baseline.
Oh, yeah. And one. Let's go, Bruce. Let's go, Bruce.
And that's a big-time possession.
His first personal foul.
Here, watch Bruce against Ish. Going to use his strength. Get down as low as you can and just elevate over the top.
He also funny.
He will get an opportunity.
Bruce Brown took Ish Smith's spot.
104-91 with just under 5 minutes left. Missed the free throw. You don't want to miss too many trying to come back. Troy Brown with a rebound.
All right, come on. Gotta guard him, gotta guard him.
Beal with a Bryant screen.
That foul up, come on.
But he has drawn a foul.
Foul on Bruce Brown being done.
Bruce Brown.
His 5th personal foul.
That's 5 on Bruce.
You can't hip check him like that.
Let's check the upcoming schedule for the Pistons. Brought to you by our friends at Belfort.
You know that they're going to call that. He's a star.
Knicks at Little Caesars on Wednesday.
So stay in front of your man.
Indiana Friday. Timberwolves in town Monday, and then it's off to Miami and Charlotte the following
Motor
week.
City DVE says, I'm so happy with the NBA is now balanced. Yeah, absolutely.
Bradley Beal gets 1. He has 20. 105-91.
I mean, you're still going to have some of your super teams, but overall, you know, like, teams are getting more balanced.
Going to be short. Wizards look up to Troy Brown.
Jump too soon, Tony Snell.
They beat the Pistons up the floor. 107-91 Washington. Only 4 and 20 left now. Luke Kennard running the offense. Gets to the lane, pushes it up and in.
All right, let's go. Ah! Oh, big time turnover. Because that, if he would have caught that, that was a dunk for sure.
Wizards turn it over. 4:03 to play. 107 to 93. Washington leads it. Bruce Brown gives it up, gets it back. Shot clock at 10.
All right, look at Speed. Speed's kind of open.
Andre leading the screen. Bruce's shot, full drop. Got his own rebound. Back up.
Oh, all right. Nice putback.
That's called staying after it. Bruce Brown did just that. He has a dozen, and the Pistons trail by that many.
All right, Pistons down 12. Motor City DVE says, I wish we got Bradley Beal. Yeah, I would love to have Bradley Beal as well, but, you know, the cost is going to be high. But, man, oh, man, if we get Bradley Beal, where he could play the point, he could play the shooting guard, NBA Highlighted Sports says, this is so true. It's like 50% to make it to the playoffs for every team in the NBA. Oh, yeah, absolutely. NBA Highlighted Sports says, hashtag Pistons comeback. Hey, I hope so. Definitely going to need it. You know, if we could bring it to our record at 4-4, you know, we're right at 500. And, you know, hopefully Blake and them can come back healthy. And, you know, we can make a run. Lance Hayward says, what's the deal with Rose? He has a hamstring injury. I think it is player's rest because he has been playing a lot of minutes. But they said it's a hamstring injury, so it's a hamstring injury. I do think that we could see Derrick Rose at on Wednesday.
Got my temperature rising right now. I think the Pistons did so many things in that second half to really hurt themselves. And if you stick around after the game, we're going to talk about just what I thought the Pistons did to kind of wither their chances of pulling this game out.
Turnovers.
Right. In addition to that, I can't wait for that, by the way. We'll look at the surprising area where the Pistons struggled
10 turnovers tonight. In the third
and we'll hear
quarter.
why Bruce Brown may be a point guard longer than expected. That's coming up after the game on Pistons Live. George, Greg, back to you first in D.C.
Thanks, guys. 3:37 to go in the game. Pistons trim the lead to 12. Tony Snell, Steve Mikhailuk, Bruce Brown, Luke Kennard, and Andre on the court. Wizards go baseline Bryant.
Come on.
Yep. And really good offense by the Wizards that time. It looked like they initially wanted to go
down 14.
Beal got doubled. He gave it up. They spread the floor.
Got to play some defense.
Going to kill it tonight, George.
Steve Mikhailuk inside to Bruce Brown. Drew a foul on the shot try. Stop the clock with 3:07 left.
Oh, they want to say Bruce Brown can't shoot? Okay. Bruce, go ahead and make these two.
Bruce Brown at the line, 2 shots, Detroit.
Bruce Brown eyes the rim, knocks the first one down. I want to welcome my nephews, Mitchell and Matthew Blaha, to the game tonight. Their mom and dad, George and Sharon, and grandmother Connie and Neil.
got some good seats, George.
Yeah.
Better than ours.
Yeah, they're just a little bit closer, aren't they?
The Motor City DVE says we might be 3-5 if we will Wednesday and Friday. We might be 5-5. Oh yeah, absolutely.
The Pistons are going to struggle to come back here. Another score for the Wizards. Bradley Beal now with 22. 2:40 left. Kylu's pass.
You know, to say through the first 10 games that the Pistons are 5-5 without, you know, by far their biggest offensive superstar in Blake Griffin, you know, that says a lot about this entire team. Second half turnovers, 13 to Brook, and last game was 0 in the second half. Yeah, how is it tale of two halves in the game in two different games? Like,
part of this game, it really is the story for the Pistons so far this year. They did a magnificent
you know,
job,
I always try to tell everybody, you know, with the Detroit Pistons, you've got it TCOB, also known as take care of basketball.
They're going to have a high turnover number, and it's going to play to their detriment.
20 turnovers, 17 points.
NBA highlight in sports. I'm going to another live stream, Phoenix Suns and
Bradley
Sixers.
Comes out.
Can you tell me who wins in my comment?
Troy Brown with the basketball.
Oh, you're gonna you're streaming? If you're gonna stream, yeah, I'll definitely let you know. I mean, I figure it's gonna be the Washington Wizards. 2 minutes and we're down, you know, 16 points.
With a minute 54 to play.
The Gridiron Blitz says Pistons. Look, Lions. No Gridiron. You know, you got to understand, we don't have no point guards outside of Bruce Brown, who is the shooting guard, playing point guard, who's actually a better point guard than, you know, anybody has given him credit for. You know, hey, Jordan Bone.
And Justin
yes! Hey, for me, this is a win. We get to see Jordan Bone.
Go to Jordan Bone off the bench. Over the rock right there. Hanging high glass gun.
Jordan Bone, come on now.
Wizards to four.
That was high glass and nothing else.
Robinson.
Oh!
Troy Brown on the drive. Andre made a miss. It's out of bounds to the Pistons.
Returning for the
With a minute 34 left.
He replaces Thomas Bryant.
Jordan Bone.
The Motor City DVE says, what happened to Sekou? Last I heard, he had a concussion, and that's all we've ever heard.
Had that team record
I've never heard of a concussion lasting, you know, this long. But it is what it is, I guess. Hopefully Sekou can get healthy and get back.
113-97 Washington. Troy Brown Jr. against Tony Snell. Wagner screens.
The Motor City DV says, I'm not mad if we lose the season. It's not over, so we will win Wednesday against the Knicks. Oh, absolutely. But I will say the Knicks have gotten better. Maybe their record ain't showing it, but you know, it's not going to be an easy matchup.
With 24 rebounds.
But I will say this: we got to take care of the basketball, and you know, you at least give yourself a fighting chance in every game.
Still big numbers. Yeah. Robinson step back gun won't go. Rebound tapped outside and out of bounds to the Pistons.
All right, looks like the Detroit Pistons might be, well, they might be able to hit 100. So it might be 100 to 115.
Jordan Bone from Tennessee. Here's Justin Robinson from Virginia Tech.
Oh, and we see Kyrie Thomas as well.
Shot's going to be short.
Wizards foul charge to number 1, Admiral Schofield.
Admiral Schofield was called for the foul.
Fifth on the team. Christian Wood, the line shooting.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Rick says Drummond looked injured. It seemed to me like he was limping a little bit.
Schofield played 4 years at Tennessee.
Motor City DVE says all I want is the Pistons to make the finals in the future. Oh, absolutely.
Pistons,
you already know, ain't no party like a Detroit party because the Detroit party don't stop.
The sooner the better. We said it at the beginning of the year that this is a team that has to be
all right,
healthy.
Pistons will
as close to healthy as possible to do as well.
They'll have one more shot
in the Eastern Conference.
They are down 16. Wizards are going to accept the shot clock violation here as the crowd serenades the winning Wizards. For Special K, Gregory Kelser, and our crew, I'm George Blaha. I want to thank you for joining us for our game coverage. We have 1.4 to play. And now it's official, the final score. The Wizards,
all right, the Pistons lose 99 to 115.
Pistons 99.
Okay, so Mr. says, I like the stream. Thanks for entertaining content and have a good night. I'll see you next stream. I appreciate that. Blaze Radio says, good stuff. Glad I could make the show, bro. See you again soon. I appreciate that. Joseph Marshall says, the Pistons has broke down and the car stopped moving. Hey, I mean, I will definitely say, turnovers was a huge factor. Mazar says, peace. Appreciate you guys coming in. You guys have a wonderful night. But, the Detroit Pistons turned the ball over 19 times to the Washington Wizards 11 turnovers. We picked up 3 technical fouls. That gave them 3 free points. A lot of those things play a huge factor. Luke Kennard had 24 points. Christian Wood had 15 points. Svi had 6. Langston had 10. Drummond had 15 and 24. Christian Wood and Andre Drummond both had 2 blocks apiece. Bruce Brown had 3 blocks. But when Bruce Brown, Andre Drummond, Luke Kennard have 4+ turnovers, it's a hard night. It's a rough night. But shout out to the Washington Wizards. They played us tough. You held Bradley Beal to 22 points. I mean, there's a lot of good out of this. What's going on, Emily? She says, let's hope they win the next 2 games. Oh, absolutely. We'll be at 500, and hopefully we'll be able to get Reggie and Blake and Tim Frazier and Derrick Rose back. Maybe we can make it 5-5. After 10 games at 50%, win-loss, you get your guys back, we could go on a nice little run. Emily says, well, at least we're doing better than the Wizards. Absolutely. Sixers 17, Phoenix 23. All right. Well, let's go Suns. Arizona is my second team. I did live out there, so I like U of A. I like, all the pro Arizona teams. But when it comes to Arizona versus Michigan, in any sport, it's always, go Michigan. I appreciate that, Emily. I appreciate you coming out. You guys were all a great crowd. I had a blast with you guys. And to all the new subscribers, I definitely appreciate you guys. We had around 40 people in the building. That means a lot to me. And to hit 500 subscribers, that just, not a single word I could say would say how much it means to me, and thank you. It truly means a lot. Ezra says, well, it was a good one. See you Wednesday. Appreciate the stream. Oh, absolutely. And I'll definitely be doing Wednesday against the New York Knicks. I will probably be getting on around the same time, about 6:45 or about 6:50, 6:55 Eastern Standard Time. I will probably have it up and running probably later on tonight. So if you're on, in a little bit, definitely go and check it out. Check out my channel and, hit the notification bell on the reminder for, the next stream. Would love to see you guys all back. You guys were, truly amazing. And if you guys want to continue talking to me, I'll be over there on the Gridiron Blitz's channel. His link is in my description below. So, and we'll be, watching the Monday Night Football game. Emily says, oh, hold on, let me, NBA Sports says, me too. Emily says, Pistons do good, but whenever they had a lead, they give it up. Well, a lot of that has to deal with the turnovers. We gave up 19 turnovers. When you have 19 turnovers and you lose the points off a turnover battle, it's a long night. It's a real long night. So that was the culprit of, tonight's loss. So hopefully we can get it together. Brooklyn Nets showed me a lot that we can do it. Against the Brooklyn Nets on Saturday, we gave up 0 turnovers in the second half. 8 in the first half. And finished the day with 8 turnovers. And played darn good defense. So, we can do it. We just got to find that consistency of it. If we could do that, we'll be in good shape. But with that being said, I definitely want to say I appreciate you guys all. Have a nice night. Troxel Sports Talk. And I'm out. And join me on the Gridiron Blitz's channel. Have a nice day. Peace.